On a cold morning in January 2017, Mārcis Rudz ītis woke in his wolf enclosure in the Latvian countryside, just as he had for more than 20 years. He had raised every wolf here from a pup. He fed them by hand. He slept near them. And he believed, with absolute certainty, that they saw him as family. Deep in the Latvian countryside, far from towns and roads, Mārcis Rudz ītis had built something few people in the world had ever attempted, a sanctuary where wolves and a human lived together, year-round, in the same enclosure. He had dedicated his entire adult life to this experiment. It began in the 1990s with orphan pups, tiny, helpless, abandoned by their mothers or rejected by the pack. Mārcis took them in by hand. He bottle-fed them through the night. He watched them grow from animals that would die without him into powerful wolves. He did not see this as dangerous. He saw it as destiny. Over 2 decades, Mārcis lived alongside the pack. He entered the enclosure daily. He slept near the wolves in the shelter. He moved among them as though he belonged. He gave lectures and interviews to journalists, telling them he had unlocked a secret: wolves and humans could bond like family. He believed the wolves understood him. He believed he was their alpha. He kept meticulous notes on every wolf's behavior, every interaction, every meal. He lectured. He gave interviews to Latvian media. He insisted that the scientific understanding of wolf behavior was incomplete, that his wolves were different because they had been raised by human hands. They were not wild animals. They were his family. But Latvian wildlife officials grew concerned. Experts warned Mārcis repeatedly, wolves are not dogs. They cannot be domesticated. No matter how much care you give them, they are wild predators. They are capable of turning on humans without warning or remorse. He dismissed every warning. He told officials they did not understand his wolves. He told them they were afraid of what they did not know. On the morning of January 17, 2017, Mārcis entered the enclosure as he always did. No one else was present. No one witnessed what happened in those first minutes. The wolves surrounded him. What happened next would shatter everything Mārcis believed about the bond he had built. When his colleague arrived that morning to check on him, she found Mārcis lying motionless inside the enclosure. The wolves were agitated, still circling. Emergency responders were called. When they reached him, Mārcis Rudz ītis was dead. The wolves he had lived with, the wolves he had raised from pups, had killed him. Latvian wildlife authorities opened an investigation. The necropsy showed that Mārcis had been attacked by the wolves in the enclosure. The wolves had not eaten him, they had simply attacked. Experts concluded what they had warned for years: the wolves were wild animals. They had territorial behaviors and pack dynamics that no amount of human care could override. The bond Mārcis believed he had built was an illusion. The wolves were not euthanized. They were moved to secure facilities where they remain to this day. The sanctuary was decommissioned. Mārcis Rudz ītis was 57 years old. He had dedicated more than 20 years of his life to a belief that wolves could bond with humans the way dogs could. He was wrong. And it cost him everything. The story of Mārcis Rudz ītis is a cautionary tale about the limits of human connection with wild animals. No matter how much love you give them, no matter how long you live alongside them, they will always be what nature made them: predators. Wolves are not companions. They are not family. They are wild animals, and they should remain wild, feared, and respected from a safe distance. Mārcis Rudz ītis chose to believe in a dream. He paid the ultimate price. If you found this story powerful, like and follow for more real stories about the wild world and the limits of human control. Because nature always has the last word.